Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is Jenna's Picks Live on a Thursday. Let's see who is in the comments. Just got back from 84 degrees in Aruba, says Robin. You guys, I don't know where. Can we all type in, if whoever's on right now or whoever's going to be jumping on, whoever can comment, type in the temperature where it is, where you are, because it's below freezing here in New England. It's been like that for a while. And so yeah, we are not handling that very well. Hello, hello. So my mom is on. She can't see you, or you guys can't see her, but she's heading to Naples tomorrow, and it is so cold there. I heard Florida's finally getting some snow. I don't think Naples will be getting some snow, but it is definitely going to be cold there. Hard landing there 2 days in a row and it being 84 degrees. Oh, I know. But now, as Sherry says, you are headed back to the freeze. I'm just going to write into the comments, hey, purchase Jenna's Picks at the link. So if you guys are new to this show, the link to purchase all of the items is in the YouTube description for this video. But of course, I'm going to make it as easy as possible, and I'll write it into the comments for you guys. So that is there. I'm going to favorite that comment, and I will add it to the broadcast up here. But yeah, welcome, you guys. Welcome to the show. So it is absolutely frigid here. I can't explain to you just like how done we are with this, and we are nowhere close to being done. Greg was just saying how he's not looking forward to the spring because it's going to be so cold here. Like, there's so much snow that it's just going to be impossible to melt. Like, we're going to have snow into May. This is what happened the last time we had like a really, like a big snowstorm. I don't even know if they call it a nor'easter, but like whatever, the like big blizzard, thank you. I think myself. The blizzard, what the last like big blizzard that I remember, like really big one, was before Greg and I got married. We were dating, and I was like snowed in at his house for, I don't know, like 3 days. And I remember the snow was like up to like you couldn't like open up a front door. And I mean, I'm from New York, like we get snow, but that was like so much snow. And I remember that didn't melt till like almost the summer. It was like insane. So I'm not looking forward to that because I feel like I don't like, spring I feel like starts so late now anyway. April used to be spring, and now it's still cold, and we're going to have snow like on the ground into April and May. It's going to be insane. But anyway, it is freezing outside, and I don't know about you, but I am like sick of winter outfits. Like, I'm seeing all of these stores and boutiques and Instagram, and like everything's getting ready for like warmer, like transitional outfits. But like, to be honest, we're not really there yet, right? Like, I would love to wear like a t-shirt with like a light cardigan and a loafer, but how are you supposed to wear loafers when there's 2 feet of snow outside? So as much as like, we're done with the holidays and we want to be on to the transitional outfits. Like, if you live in New England, if you live in Canada, if you live, in any of these, like upstate New York, it's freezing. And it's not like we're not getting to the transitional outfit like anytime soon. So it's funny, when I was looking back at like this time last year and what I had live for you guys and what I was doing, I was laughing because I was literally wearing a backless loafer. And I'm like, there's no way. Like, there's literally no way that I could be doing that right now. So what's great about my show is that I get to tailor it to what our needs are today, right? Like, if you're Nordstrom, you need to project out like months in advance, and you have like all these like demographics that you need to hit and all this stuff. But for me, it's like, what am I looking for now? What is challenging for me in my like wardrobe situation and my style situation? I'm in a style rut because I'm like done with the winter outfits, but it's still freezing outside. So how can we make them feel more fun and refreshed and just kind of like feel more transitional and fresh, but also still be warm enough to be in 20-degree weather? So that is where we are today, because we need to do a winter refresh that actually works in real life. Because all the Instagram influencers that I follow, everybody's from Texas, and while it's very cold in Texas right now, there's not 2 feet of snow on the floor, or on the ground. So we need stuff that is comfortable, that's polished, that's wearable, even when it's 10, 15, 20 degrees outside. So we want the winter outfits to feel fresh again without having to overthink it, without having to buy a bunch of new things when like we really just need to hold ourselves over till we get to the spring. So that is what this show is about. It's winter refresh for your real life. And that's what I'm here for. So my name is Jenna. This is Jenna's Picks Live, and that is what the show is going to be about. If you are new to Jenna's Picks, welcome. I'm Jenna. You can follow me on Instagram at Jennafinn, JENAFINN. You can also hit that subscribe button and turn on your alerts for this show because I'm live every Thursday at 9. And then if you like to shop, you've come to the right place. My website is jenaspicks.com, JENASPICKS.com. You can find everything that I am like showing on the live here on that website. And then everything that I have that's not as Jenna's Picks item, like for instance, the booties that I love, the belt that I'm wearing, that's all for sale through links that I have to like other vendors that I love and all that kind of stuff. So that's how the show works. I will show you how to buy everything and all that jazz. But let's see what everybody's saying. Okay. We won't even be able to plant in May because the ground will be soaking wet. Well, our ground is probably still going to be snow. So I live in Alaska for so long, but I'm having a hard time with this too. Yeah, it's honestly like, it's so funny because Juliet loves playing in the snow. She's 4, and so she is like, every time I pick her up from school, she is not in the outfit that I sent her in because her clothes are wet, and she has snow pants, she has boots and everything like at school, but she just loves getting her like entire body into the snow. And then I have Cooper, who literally like buried his glove in the snow and was like, I don't know where my glove went. I lost it. I have to go inside. Like, he just does not want to be out in the cold. And he is like, literally, we were in the car yesterday driving to school or waiting at the bus stop. And he was like, when are we going? When are we going to be on a beach? I want to be on a beach. I'm like, well, we're going to be going on vacation in a few weeks, but, and he was like, can we go tomorrow? I'm like, nope, can't go to the beach tomorrow, but it would be nice if we could. So, and, you always want what you don't have. I think snow is beautiful. I also think it's an absolute mess, especially if you live where I live in like the back roads and the plows are few and far between. It's funny because Greg, when we first moved to this house, we have like a pretty long driveway and we have a 3-car garage. And he was like, okay, so his work truck doesn't fit in the garage. So like that will be, parked on the driveway. And I was like, okay, we're going to be a beautiful house. We're going to park your work truck on the driveway. And then he was like, and we're going to have this other plow truck on the driveway too, like forever. And I'm like, no, we're not having that there. Obviously, that's not an argument that I ever win when we entertain those arguments. And he was like, Jenna, we need this. This is ours. And we're like, you're going to thank me for it later. Fast forward, it has been like it's a pain in the butt for him to like, it's always like something's never working with it because you only use it like a couple times a year. But it's very nice that we have the plow truck. I have to say, I don't even care that it's sitting on the driveway anymore because it just is. This is what happens when you live in New England, especially if you live in the area where we do, where it's just, you don't get the plows coming through all the time. But I do have to say that the plow situation in Massachusetts is so much better and more equipped to handle than in New York. Like I always remember it being such a mess in New York. Like it was always, the streets were never plowed and like this was never done. Like it was always, everyone was just constantly complaining about it. And here it's like, yes, I can complain because we live in like on like in the back roads by the lake. So, it's the plows don't come through very frequently. But I mean, for 2 to 3 feet of snow and the kids to only have had 1 day of no school was insane. Like they really do a great job in this area. It really is. I mean, there's so much snow and to figure out where to put it, you know what I mean? Hi Effie, how are you? So yeah, it's pretty insane. But anyway, so that's what we have going on here in Massachusetts. I would love to know where you guys are watching from and what it's like by you because that's basically, I think we're supposed to be getting more snow this weekend, and it's like, where's it all gonna go? Where do you put it? It's I don't know. Hi Nancy. So yeah, that's it. If you guys have not noticed, I lost about 5 pounds of hair since the last time you saw me. Finally got a haircut. If you can believe it, I had not gotten a haircut since April of last year. Like, it was necessary. And I'm sure you guys saw on Instagram. If you didn't, you have to go on my Instagram and see Juliet's hair. She literally looked like a Disney princess. So we both went, braved the snowstorm and drove interstate to Connecticut to get our haircut because that's where I go. I only go to one place. If you're an OG, you were here, was it last year or 2 years ago, when I attempted to get my hair cut in Massachusetts for the first time, and it did not go well. Really did a ton of research, felt really good about this place that I went to, and it just was it was a no-go. So Greg only wants me to find somebody here, and I would love to because a 10-hour trip in a snowstorm for me and a 4-year-old, not ideal. But we did it, and we both have gorgeous looking hair. So I feel, again, I feel like a winter refresh, right? So that's what we're about today. We're making ourselves feel more refreshed, even though it's literally below freezing outside. So let's see. As we are New Englanders, this too shall pass, right, Effie? I know. I'm on board now. I know. Did you live in the city? No, I lived in Westchester. So it was a suburb, like I'm living in here, like a suburb of New York City. But everyone was always complaining about the plows. We are not getting much this weekend. Oh, well, I hope that's true. Greg's just, he was snow plowing our deck because he was like, the snow is like light and fluffy, but there's so much of it. And then if it rains or it snows on top of it, it's like, some of that stuff is like on the roofs, or we have like the pergola in the backyard, and he was like, how much snow can that really take if it starts to get really heavy? So things that I don't think about. And that's why when everyone's like, I'm an independent woman, I don't need a man, I'm like, well, I would love for him to think about that, for him to drive the plow truck, and for me to never have to pick up a shovel again. So I will stay inside. I will cook you. What did I make this snowstorm? I made chocolate chip muffins. I made banana chocolate chip muffins. I made a croissant loaf. We made meatballs. We made our own pizza. I will do with that. Let me do that. And you can do that other stuff. But anyway, you guys, so I'm going to start the show because in my New Year's resolution to keep these lives shorter, I failed. I've got 0 for 2 in that respect. So I am going to try to get this show on the road. So again, this is Jenna's Picks Live, and I'm your host, Jenna. I'm going to show you guys how to shop on live tonight. So I'm going to go to my screen share here. This is what my website looks like. If you type in jenaspicks.com, this is my website. I love this website. And it basically tells you everything you need to know. You can see the featured collections. Live show changes every week depending on what I'm showing for the live. The January collection, resort shop if you are so lucky to be going on vacation. Most love styles. You can shop by category. Somebody was asking me like what kind of jeans I carry, and I just literally sent them a link to the bottoms tab because it's just so easy to do that. And then you can see the last 4 lives down here below. And then you can shop other links that are not mine. Like I said, like my boots, my belts, stuff like that, that aren't necessarily Jenna's Picks items, but things that I love and things that I feature frequently on the show. You can shop them right here. Shop my closet and the Like to Know It, Amazon storefront, everything's right there. If you go up here to the Jenna's Picks Live tab, this stuff is the stuff that changes every week depending on what I'm showing on the show. Showcasing on my show. So obviously you can see this is the top that I'm wearing right now. So you can choose your color. It also comes in green. You can see all the sizing, add it to your cart, all that good stuff. And then underneath this, you can see special featured items. Like I just said, the stuff that I showcase on the live that's not mine. You could shop there, shop now, and it goes to all of the things that I love and frequently show you guys here. So that's how that works. And then you can also watch the last 4 live replays down below as well. So I'm going to get started with the top that I'm wearing right now, which is one of my favorite tops. I wear this one all the time. My mom said, you're an independent woman. You put windshield wiper fluid in your car all by yourself with ChatGPT. That is true. So a fun story before we get started is that, going down, like I said, I braved the aftermath of a snowstorm to get my hair cut on Wednesday. And Greg was like, make sure you have windshield wiper fluid in your car before you leave. And I'm like, how do I make sure I have enough? And he was like, well, you just test it, make sure it's working. And I'm like, okay. So I did that. It was working. It's fine. we get in the car. We're like not even on the pike yet. Like we are, 20 minutes into the drive. Juliet frequently gets car sick, and she's like, I'm not feeling well. I'm like, we're 20 minutes into this 3.5 hour drive. So it ended up she was not feeling well the entire time, but ended up being fine. My windshield wiper fluid ran out about an hour and a half into the drive. Greg was like, he told me, he was like, I can't answer my phone between the hours of 11 and 12. I have a meeting. I will be unavailable. Like, just letting you know, I really hate to do this because you're on the road. So I'm like, I'll be fine. Like, it's fine. It's like not a big deal. If anything happens, like, I'll just call your dad. Like, I'm fine. So my windshield wiper fluid goes out at 11:12. He told me from 11 to 12, he's not available. Windshield wiper fluid goes out at 12. He had told me, check the windshield wiper fluid. If it runs out on the drive, you'll have to call me and I'll walk you through how to change it. So 11:12 rolls around and I have no more windshield wiper fluid. So I'm like, great. Like, what am I? I'm 12 minutes into this hour. I can't, like, all the trucks on 95 and everything, like, spitting up the salt. And you need the windshield wipers, like, essentially constantly going. And so I'm like, okay, this is fine. Like, it's fine. I'm just going to, like, leave a lot of distance between me and the trucks. And hopefully I'll be able to stave it off for the next 45 minutes. Like, I'll be fine. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. And then I'm like, all right, you know what? I think I actually have to pull over. Like I can't see any, like I can barely see now through my windshield. And I first have to find a gas station to or fumble with my, GPS to find a gas station to drive to get this. So I'm like, I'm going to figure this out by myself. I'm not going to call him. I'm going to be a big girl. We can do hard things, right? So I pull over, I get out ChatGPT. I'm like, I have a Range Rover Velar. It's a 2019. Tell me what I have to do to change the windshield wiper fluid. What does it look like? Where is it located? Tells me all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, I got it. I know what I'm doing. I'm looking for like a blue tube thing that I, take the cap off and fill it up. Tells me exactly what windshield wiper fluid to get. It was awesome. So I get there, get to a gas station, find the windshield wiper fluid right away. It's amazing. Can't open up the hood of my car. I'm like, literally, where is the thing to open up the hood of my car? It's not like where it's supposed to be on the driver's side. So I find it. It's like all the way down, like almost by the foot. So I find it, can't open it because there's like a lever. So I'm like trying to figure it out. Like, how do I do this? I open it up, find the lever. Everything's black. There's no blue windshield wiper fluid thing. And I'm like, okay, so what do I do now? Like, I don't know where it is. So I literally took a picture of what the underneath of the hood of my car looks like. And I sent it into ChatGPT and I said, tell me where the windshield wiper, like, where do I put this windshield wiper fluid? And it was so, like, it could get certain things wrong and people have the problems with ChatGPT, whatever. This thing was like, great. You are exactly where you need to be. Walk over to the passenger side, look to the left, in the top left corner. It was exactly where it said it needed to be. Like, it was uncanny. It was amazing. And then I was like, I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous. So I'm like, are you sure? And it's like giving it like, you can do it. Like giving me thumbs up and everything. So it ended up being so perfect. And so I called Greg after at 12 and I was like, I am an independent woman. I don't need you. Hey Siri, play Independent Woman by Destiny's Child because ChatGPT and I figured out how to change windshield wiper fluid. And then he was like, wow, like, I'm glad that it wasn't an emergency. And I was like, by the way, I have another thing in my car that I need you to look at. So don't go anywhere. I do have something for a man that needs to be figured out. So anyway, yeah, that's what happened. And it was totally fine. And I was able to handle it myself. So I was very, very happy about that. I just pull into a gas station and have the attendant do it for me. Effie says, I thought about doing that, but the thing is, I get very, overprotective. Like I was just traveling. It was just me and Juliet. And I just didn't want to seem helpless with me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just had this thing, like if I were by myself, maybe I would have been like, excuse me, like, can you do this? I'm not really sure how to do it. Like I've done stuff like that before, but I just felt like I don't know. I had like a weird thing about being like the mom in the situation and wanting to project for Juliet, but also for me and for like everybody around me. Like, I know what the F I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, don't bother me, because if you go to somebody and you're like, I'm not really sure, I was like, people could take advantage of that. And I felt like I just felt a little bit of a different way about it than I would have felt when I was by myself, if that makes sense. Which still, I mean, it's a little dangerous to do that by yourself, but like, I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way. So I was like, that's why I purposely didn't ask him, because I was like, I don't want it to look like I can't handle myself. Like, I want to look like I can handle myself. So I'm like, ChatGPT, help me. I don't even know what Chat GPT is. Oh my gosh, Sherry, it will literally, you can ask it anything. Just type in chatgpt.com and it will, like, literally a screen pops up that says, what do you want to know? And you just type in whatever, like, why is my camera not working? Or like my mom was having an issue. She's having an issue commenting here, but she was having an issue with her texts not being read aloud while she was in the car. So I typed into ChatGPT, like, I have an iPhone Pro Max, whatever. Why are my texts not being read aloud? And it literally will tell you, go into settings, enable this, disable this is why it's not working. Like, and it tells you in 0.5 seconds. It's insane. So I use it for literally everything. I'm telling you, it's some things you have to double check, because it's not, if you're looking for like, I think they're not allowed to diagnose medical stuff anymore, so they'll tell you no. But if you're asking certain things like political things or whatever, it definitely like is not fully encapsulating. Like, it gives you opinions and not necessarily fact about things. Or it won't do like a deep research unless you ask it. It will take like other people's opinions into account. So you have to kind of know how to work it. But for something like, where is the thing for my windshield wiper fluid? Perfect question to ask ChatGPT. So I would definitely use that, because it's good. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna get started with this top. So this is the transitional trendsetter pullover. Again, it is it is blue. It also comes in green. I am wearing the size small. All the size detailing is down here in the description, so you can see what size I'm wearing, what size is like what my stats are, and then you can see the sizes of the actual items down here. So small to 2X, small 2 to 4, medium 6 to 8, large 10 to 12, extra large 14, 16, 2X 18, 20. So that is the sizing for this top. I love this one because, again, we're talking about items that are still warm enough for winter, but you can style them and wear them to feel refreshed. So that's really what this live is about. So we still want to be warm in the dead of winter, but we don't want to feel like we're dead in the winter, if that makes sense. So what I love about this is you have the brighter colors, you have the blue, and then I added some lighter accents with this to just make it look a little bit more upscale, a little bit more fresh and upbeat and elevated, and not like the dreary winter colors. So what we usually see in the winter is, before the holidays, we see those dark jewel tones, like the burgundies and the emeralds and the navies. And like, while I thrive in those colors, once you get past the holidays, it's like you want to start like itching toward the spring, but like spring's not going to be here for a while. So we have to get comfortable in this sort of like in between time where it's still really cold, but we want to wear the warm stuff. So that's why I think this one checks all the boxes. It is still really fun, really comfortable. Look how cute all the detailing is here. So it's no shoulder line, so really comfortable. You have some reverse seam detailing here. I love the way it's color blocked on sort of like the upper arm. So it just gives it that like nice, really casual detail. I have it front tucked, and you can see the length here in the back. I'll take it out after to show it to you guys, but I just love the drapey neckline. Everything about this just screams cool, comfortable, casual. So what I did with this one to make it feel a little bit more refreshed is I added a white belt so that it pulls the white from the blue here and also gives you like a little bit of a spring vibe, right? So you have the lighter belt, you have the lighter like blue, sky blue colors, and then I paired it with a darker jean. These jeans are also available on JENA'S This is the Sculpt and Style jean, I think, and I'm wearing the size 1/25, but I should be wearing the size 3/26. So Mama's got some junk in the trunk here. So I should have gotten the 3, but I have the 1 on right now. It's really stretchy, so don't even like fret about your size. If you're in between, they're going to stretch. Obviously, you can see that on me. And then I added a white booty. The white booty and the white belt are going to be your friends during this transitional time. And that is because we want to keep the base of our clothes as warm and wintry as possible, but we want to brighten it up. So the way we brighten it up is by using the accessories. So more than anything, I would say these boots are really going to come in handy for the this like post holiday winter. I always call it like the winter part 2. So I love these boots. They are available. I'll show you guys how to shop them. So if you're here on my website, you're going to go back to this JENA'S Picks Live, the live featured products page. Go down to shop now, and then as seen on live. And this is all the stuff that I show on the live. They're right here. They come in a variety of colors, but this is the ivory one that I have. It is so comfortable. I really skipped out on the white boot when my mom was like all about the white boots last year. And I was like, I just don't think I'm going to wear them that often. And then I was kicking myself every time I went to put an outfit together and I didn't have the white boots because they just go with everything. You don't think you're going to wear them because you're like, oh, we're not supposed to wear white before Labor Day. And I have to tell you, I have never worn like one pair of jeans more often than I wear those off-white jeans that I have all the time. If you guys are following me on Instagram, we all talk about them in the comments all the time. I'm obsessed with these off-white jeans. I'm obsessed with these white boots. It's just like that doesn't really, like, it's not really a rule anymore. And I really do think that like stark white, I could understand, although this belt is like I think it's a stark white belt. But the pants that I have are off-white, which goes really nicely with like burgundy, navy, brown, all that stuff. And then these are ivory. So it's not a stark white. And I think that that's also why I really like it. As you can see, these boots are from Nordstrom. What I will ask of you guys is if you're watching this show and you like what you see, please use my links for them because it just really, it doesn't cost you anything, but it really helps me be able to like show the brands that I am promoting them and that I'm bringing people to them. And then we can do more fun things on these lives when the brands are like, oh yeah, we make money from you. So please use my links. Like I said, cost you nothing, but is really helpful for me. So that is the shoe. And then the belt is also there as well. So as seen on live, go down here. Where is it? Oh, it's not in this one. It's in a different one. Okay, so it is there. If you search belts on my Shop My page, you will see it there. I won't spend time looking for that right now. Let's see. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Okay, so is it an app, Jenna? ChatGPT. So first, I'll take this out so you guys can see the length of this top. So if you wanted to wear it out, it's really comfortable, really just like an easy casual piece. I would say it's true to size. It's supposed to be relaxed. So I tucked it in so you could see a little bit of the belt here, but you don't have to. It's just like a really comfortable, everyday lived-in piece, especially paired with a stretch jean. You are good to go. I'm going to put the next one on while I talk to you guys. So ChatGPT is an app, but it's also a website. So you don't have to download the app if you're like, I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm going to use this. Just go to the website and just use your email address to log in. And then if you have the app, you can, it just saves all your information essentially. So you can use it from the app or the website and it's free. So you don't have to pay for a subscription unless you want to. I didn't until like 2 weeks ago, I think, because you can only upload like a certain amount of pictures or documents before they give you like a time limit. Like you can't like send in another photo to us for 24 hours. And I was working on something where I needed to send in photos. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pay for it. And it is like on the expensive side, but it literally could tell you anything and it could correlate documents. I mean, I used it for like my expenses for my business last year. They like, you just put in your documents and you could literally just say like, can you organize this into like separate columns for transactions and like figure out like what's personal, what's business, like all this kind of stuff. Like it just is so easy for organizational stuff. So I would say that's a really good use for it as well. How did you find your lady to tell you your color palette? So I, oh, where am I? How come this isn't showing up? Okay, there we go. So I use Julia Dobkeen for my color palette. I love her. So if you guys are interested in color palette, you can message me on Instagram. I'll send you her information. Agile Styling is her company. I heard her on a podcast, and I had been following some, like I'd been interested in, I'd been following some other just like accounts that did color palette stuff and just kind of like figuring out what it was. And then I heard her on a podcast talking about like having done somebody's color, like the podcast host had gotten her color palette done. And so they were talking about it. So then I just started following her. And I just think it is so like, I mean, life changing is dramatic because you could get by your entire life without doing a color analysis. But for me and like the limited time that I have to like, or the limited time that I want to spend matching clothes and figuring out what works, like if you guys are new here, you might not know this about me, but if you have watched the show for a while, you know that fashion and style did not come instinctually to me. I was not what I would call like a stylish or like creative in style person growing up. Like my sister was very fashionable. It just like I just wasn't interested in it. It wasn't me. It didn't like come together for me like that. My mom, obviously you guys know she's been on this show. She's very stylish. She's also very color oriented. Like she's an artist, so she has an eye for that stuff. I didn't. Basically whatever I talk about now is because I was in a lot of your shoes where I felt stuck in being like, this is the only thing that I know looks good on me. So I'm going to wear only this. I'm going to wear only this style because I am afraid to wear something else, or I don't want to, or it's not comfortable, or I don't know what looks good on me. I don't know what body shape I have. I don't know what to accentuate. Like, I just didn't want to spend the time on it. So therefore, I felt lost in that aspect. And that's really my why about why I do this show for you is because a light bulb went off for me and I know what I want out of my wardrobe and I'm teaching you how to get it basically because I figured it out. So I want comfort above all. I want stylish and I want classic. So I want things that I'm not going to have to throw away after a year and I want things that above all are comfortable. So comfortable, elevated, classic. That is like my thing. You guys always hear me say trendy, comfortable, casual, or trendy, comfortable, elevated. Like that is the stuff that I want in my own life. And that's kind of who watches this show because that's what we've all figured out we want. And I want to shorten the amount of time that it takes you to feel comfortable getting that stuff. And I also don't want to break the bank doing it because it's going to be trial and error a little bit, especially when you're first starting out. So that's why these lives are so helpful for so many people because you get to see it on me first and you learn about me, you learn my body type so that you'll understand how it translates to your body type. So that's kind of like this whole like show in a nutshell. But basically, color analysis has really changed my life in a way that I don't have to spend so much time, so much brain power thinking about how something's going to look on me. I already know what colors look good on me. And when you know that, you cut out 70% of things that you look for. Like when I go into a store, I go to the sections where I see the colors that work for me and I go from there. So I'm not combing racks anymore. I am like my eye is going to the colors that I know already work for me and it weeds out 70% of the stuff in the store. So like I have cut my time in half and I've also I have more buying confidence now because I know that the color is going to look good on me. So like I already know I'm going to wear it. So if I take it into the dressing room and I like the way it looks on me, it's a home run because I know it's going to match, first of all, everything else in my closet because they're all the same color families and it's going to like look good on me. So it's a win-win. So it really has changed my life in that way because I don't have to spend so much brain like output trying to figure that out. So I would highly suggest it if you're at all interested. I could talk at length about it. Maybe I'll do a whole live on it because I love this concept and I think it really does. I mean, I don't think it makes a difference. I know it makes a difference because I've seen it with me and how I look when I wear things that are in my palette and things that aren't. So it really, like, no question, it works. And it's just a matter of like if it's that important to you or not, essentially. So that's what I would say about it. But Sherry, I will give you the contact information if you message me on Instagram, just so that you guys could even just follow her on Instagram, just to like see the stuff and kind of like get comfortable with like what even is this, and if you don't know, and just like get introduced to it. So anyway, this is the second top that I'm showing you guys. So this one I love because it is a cardigan or a top. You might have seen this in the Instagram reel that I did with that I posted with Juliet. I actually took that months ago and I never posted it, so it would seem like a good time to post that. So this is one is so cute. It's a super comfortable, stretchy, like spongy, stretchy cardigan. So you can unsnap it. There's snaps, so you can unsnap the whole thing and wear it with like a t-shirt underneath. Really cute for Valentine's Day too, because it's not like overt like hearts all over and stuff like that, but it is nice, fun, and feminine. Just like a little bit of a little hint of femininity. Or you can wear it as a top like this. You can wear it all the way snapped, and you can tuck it in. So I've worn it a bunch of different ways. This is another way that looks really cute. So if you wanted to wear it as an actual top, you can do that too. And again, you can open it and wear it with like a tank top or a t-shirt or even like a collared shirt underneath it if you wanted to do that. Just such a really comfortable, easy piece to wear. This one pairs really nicely with dress pants too. So if you're somewhere where you have to wear a little bit more of like an elevated trouser to work or something, or like a skirt, this will also look really good with it. So I'll come up close so you guys can see little bows here, and then it covers all the snaps. So I couldn't believe that I found one that was in Juliet's size as well. I just thought it was really funny. So it's unfortunately a lot of you guys messaged me about it, but that one was hers was from Zara, and I don't think they carry it anymore because I filmed that a couple months ago. But yeah, so this is a really cute one. And again, I'm wearing the size small, so I'll put this one up on the screen while I change. It also goes really well with the white boots. I'm telling you, the white boots are where it's at, you guys. So this is the tied with a bow cardigan. I'm wearing the size small, and it comes small to 2X, small 2 to 4, medium, or small to extra large. Small 2 to 4, medium 6 to 8, large 10 to 12, extra large 14, 16. And then I just have one more to show you guys. So I'm going to change my belt for this one just to give you guys a little bit of an updated look here. So variety. This belt is one that I just got. I posted because Madewell was having a sale, and this belt was like $25. So I got it last week. It's called Juniper Berry. Effie was asking me if it was black. It's actually, I think it's just a dark navy blue. Where is she located? So she is located in Toronto, in Canada, but she does everything online. So you send her in your photos. She has very specific, extremely specific photo instructions. And you send her in your photos following the instructions that she gave you, and she does the color analysis for you. So she has all different packages, like, she could do like an actual Zoom call with you, which is what I did because I wanted the whole like shebang. So I got the most expensive package. But again, it's like, this is what I do for work. So like, I thought it was, important for me to really know the ins and outs of it. And also Greg and I did it together. So he got his color palette done too. So it's also really helpful for men. I believe in this product so much that I did it for me and Greg. I got it for my mother-in-law for her birthday. I got it for my mother for her, was it for Mother's Day, I think. And I also got it for my dad for his birthday. So I just think it's like such a great tool to have and just like makes shopping so much easier, so much more fun, and so much more fruitful because you actually like the stuff that you're buying and you know it's going to look good on you. So she does everything online. So the ones that I got for my family members was it's like the least expensive package. Sorry, you guys. I mean, it's still, I think it's like $75 or something. You use her photo instructions, you send it to her, and then she will send you back what season you are, what it means, and like basically like the list of your colors. Um, and the thing about that people don't understand about color analysis is you can wear every single color. Like every single color is in your palette. It's just a matter of what shade and what tone and what intensity. So that I think that's the misconception is like, oh, but I love blue and I'm never going to be able to wear blue if I have a dark skin tone. It means nothing. So the only color, I'm giving away maybe proprietary information, but the only color that does not work for everybody is orange. You cannot make that work for everybody. But every other color, there is a shade of every color that will work for you, which is great because, if you like wearing certain colors, you just figure out what shade works for you. And I'm telling you, you guys, it works. So this is the please do a live on it. Okay, maybe I will. I'll reach out to Julia and see if she would come on the show and do it. I wonder if she would. I mean, she does so many podcasts and stuff like that, but I don't know, I feel like they're like bigger brands than me. So I don't know if she would do like a micro business, but we'll see. I'll ask her because it would be fun to have her on and to talk about it because I won't shut up about it. That's why. But anyway, so this is the last outfit. I love this look. This is one of my most worn tops because it's just so easy to wear. I love that it has the collar. It's like, I don't know, it reminds me of like a varsity top, like a little bit more of like a high school, college. So makes me feel like fun, refreshed, young, still classic style. This one comes in 4 colors. So I have the red stripe, but it comes in green stripe, black stripe, blue stripe, and red. If you wanted to wear it out, you can see it has the band across the bottom, super stretchy, comfortable pullover. I love this one with dark jeans. You can also wear it with light jeans, but I do like the dark jean. And how good does this belt look with it? So I feel like in this light, you can see that it's like a dark navy color. So I love this one. I think this belt's definitely still available. It comes in 14 different colors, but I don't think it's on sale anymore. It is linked on my Shop My Closet, so if you wanted to peruse my belts, you can definitely find it there. Like I said, I don't know if it's on sale anymore, but it is a really good belt, and I'm already getting so much use out of it. I just got it last week. I just really like it because basically all I have are brown belts, and I have one like burgundy that I do wear a lot, but I feel like this one's going to come in handy with stuff like this where you don't want the belt to be too showy. And it already had like I already have 2 colors going on here, so like I wouldn't want to add the white, and then brown just feels a little bit too dull. So I kind of like the way this looks. But again, adding in the white boot makes it seem like super fresh. So I would say a couple of like just to recap with this live after I tell you about this shirt. So I'm wearing the size small, stretchy, comfortable, and just feels like summer part 2, like headed towards spring, but still freezing outside. So I think we did it, you guys. So I would say to recap today's live, the things that you need in your wardrobe for this winter part 2, you need some belt options to brighten up the look or to bring the look together. And then I highly suggest the ivory boot. I'll take this off just so you can see what it looks like. This is the ivory boot. It has a really nice size, like little heel. This is like a 2-inch heel. You guys know me. I'm a baby when it comes to heels, and these are really great. Really comfortable shoes. They're leather. You can kind of get any ivory shoe, but this one just, I feel like has been so great for me, and it wears really well too. So I would say ivory boots or booties and like a cute sneaker. I didn't get a chance to show my sneaker options, but the ones that I've been wearing a lot I have them linked on my Shop My Closet. So, hold on. Okay. So, as seen on live, These are the sneakers that I wear when it's not 3 feet of snow outside, but I actually have been wearing them a lot just to do like run in and do like school drop off with Juliet or something. Um, or like I took her to dancing school yesterday. I was wearing these because sometimes I wear cropped jeans, and if I don't have a booty that looks really good with it, like you have to wear a sneaker or a loafer. So I really like these sneakers. They're just like a fun neutral color that's not white, because a white sneaker is really like airing a little bit too much towards spring for what we are in right now with the freezing temperatures. So I do like the darker brown color with the ivory stripe. So I highly recommend these. They're really comfortable, and they're just a really good sneaker. So I would say a cute sneaker like that and the ivory boots and a lighter color belt will tie in your winter stuff that you already have in your closet and bring you through till it gets a little bit warmer. And then, of course, if you want a couple of the pullovers, great price point. They're all basically $40. So grab one, freshen up your wardrobe a little bit. But again, adding in these accessories is really what's going to take the stuff that you already have in your closet and be put to good use, make it feel a little bit more fresh and new rather than just like the dreary winter stuff that we've been wearing on repeat for the last few months. So that is the live, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm ending, I think, what are we at right now? 46 minutes. So I think I shaved 10 minutes off of what I did last week. So still didn't get to talk about pop culture stuff, but I guess that's just going to be the way it is. We did talk about my haircut and my drive and all that stuff. So at least you guys are up to date on that. And hopefully we don't get too much snow. And yeah, we're just crawling towards some warmer weather, and we're hoping that it comes. Again, you guys, if you like what you see on this live, follow me on Instagram at Jenafin, JENAFINN. Like and subscribe to this channel. I'm live every Thursday night at 9 Eastern time. I was gonna say Eastern Central, Eastern time. And then everything can be purchased on JENA'S PICKS.com. Free shipping, $59 or over, and it's gonna be the end of it. I think next week I have some ideas for what I'm gonna do for a live next week, but I think I'm either gonna do next week or the week after. I don't want to say if I'm not going to do it, but I think what I'm going to do is an undergarments live, because I've gotten a couple of questions about the shapewear, but also I just got this like new top to wear under sweaters, and it's supposed to make you be able to like not wash your sweaters as much, because like especially with me, we'll get into the whole thing next week. I'm not going to get into it now. But basically, it's something to wear under your sweater so you don't have to, like, wash them as often and, like, then have them get, like, pulls and all that kind of, like, that stuff. So I have that. I have some new, like, underwear that I got that I really like. I'm not really sure how I'd show that to you on a live, but I think we can kind of just talk about it, because things are always changing, and, like, stuff that used to be comfortable on you isn't comfortable now, and then some people want to feel like they're held in a little bit. So I have something that I really like, and I just feel like maybe you guys don't know about them, and also just some stuff maybe for me to wear to the gym. So I'd have to think about how we're gonna talk about it, because I would love it if this was just like the people who were very interested, but sometimes we get people coming on and like coming into the comments and watching the show, and I don't know how comfortable I am talking about like my underwear on this live, but I think undergarments are really important to a lot of people to like make their outfits look better for their comfortability, and I don't want to gatekeep. So I have to think on how I would present it, but I think it's a really important live to do, because I just found some things that are really working for me, and I think it could be helpful information for you guys. So if you're interested in it, let me know. If you're not, then like I won't put forth the effort and potential embarrassment in talking about it. I'm not embarrassed, but there are people that might be watching this live for other reasons than actually needing the information. So let me know if you are interested in talking about that kind of stuff. And then I'll kind of figure out how to do it from there. But I love you guys, and I will see you next week, whether we do that or something else. But either way, I do want to talk about the undergarment situation. So because it is a situation. It's always a situation for us women. So I love you, and I will see you guys on the other side of whatever snowstorm that brings this weekend. So I will see you there and on Instagram at Jenafin, JENAFINN. Have a good night.